one who show you that do A, B, C, and get this. In the season where you floss it and you are not obeying him, if you go and do that A, B, C, you get it.
Yeah.
So now maybe you are giving. Yeah,
Yes.
you are you are supporting projects. You are doing this. You are doing all the things that like attract blessings. Then I know they helping. You get because we are like human brain.
Yeah.
I know if I pay this, if I do this, if I settle this, if I do this thing, what then I get already, it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Then you go start to try before you realize instead of now 1,000 Ghana cedis, you double to like 10K. So say you go double blessing. You are pushing. That is one a human. This is human strength too. It's a focus in itself. It doesn't really deal with one a human strength because you being able to assimilate whatever you read in your books, process it, understand and pass. It will be your strength if they make you do that thing. Do you think that it was just your mind that told you that you are reading this chemistry where you are no understanding, so go to YouTube and find a visual aspect of it that will make you no. It's actually there's this spirit or discernment that communicates to you and tells you that.
I have a certain point here too, but can I read it?
I'm
Don't want to catch you. It says distraction jeopardizes discernment. The details matter. Pay attention to details.
Exactly.
So that means a big part of focus is discernment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't just be going around thinking that you focus on everything. If you are not
need
discerning,
assistance. No. You can't do anything on your own. You need assistance.
yeah, you might as well be.
Not everything they book inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
And neither is everything on YouTube.
Now
Neither is
I
everything. God knows, so He has made sure that resources need a boost. But He knows the right ones for you.
Yeah.
Not every resource is good for you. That is how come when, for example, you see, let's say someone who has come out of addiction or gambling, right, and
I know.
doing that state of
When you
addiction.
finish, can we go back to that? It's quite interesting. Because focus on addiction.
It's
addiction.
Yeah, sometimes people focus on something so long,
they become
they
addicted.
become addicted to it.
Okay.
And some people will call it that I am focused, but now you're addicted.
You're addicted.
Like there's a thin line between
focus
being
and
focused
addiction.
and being addicted.
And
can be
you see,
addicted to good things.
normally we
It's
tend
still
An addiction.
It's still an addiction.
we tend to associate addiction to
Well,
negative.
that's right.
Like let's
Not the
say
negative.
smoking.
Yes, not the
weed,
negative. But I'm talking about the
Yeah, but
positive
you can be
part
addicted
now.
to.
Exactly, you can be
Positive
addicted to.
part.
For
Okay, every day when
example,
I wake up, I
work.
need to pray. Right now, it's part of you. When you're working, you don't even know you're
That's a
praying.
good habit. It's not an addiction.
But still,
You see,
it's a word.
that's-
It's an English word.
Okay, I
addiction.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
For,
we have just-
as you said, it's a good. You see, that's why they said. You said something that there's a very thin line,
Yeah.
and that particular thin line, I feel discernment to come in play. Because when you get there and you are getting addicted, the only way. Do you think addiction? People are aware of that? No.
You see those people who sometimes you all look at them and you're like, those like zealous religious people.
Yes, exactly.
Like, it's like see how you say you wake up, you pray every morning, right? Now the person does this to an extent that the person
It becomes irritating.
it's not irritating.
no,
like
the
he's
person-
doing crazy things, but to him
It's
it's normal.
Like,
Like he wakes up, like maybe you wake up in the morning, then you
I
see
saw
only
something like
him.
that.
He's doing some weird stuff. You get what I'm saying?
you
And like,
think, why are you going mad or you're actually
yeah,
saying go?
they know. Like there's. You see, that's what I'm saying. There's a thin line,
Line between
and
it.
most religious people be going across that line crazily, but like
Going
because we
around.
don't want to have a frank
Do
conversation.
you?
Yes.
I just think I think pride sets in on that.
Yes, that's true.
You
So
think you're more religious?
Just than-
Yeah.
Okay.
Then-
Like it's not like this.
God is telling you to take a break. You're like,
people
What's
God
up?
gives people like the spirit to preach. You are focused on the fact that you are preaching the word to people. Then after some time that you realize that do the focusing and the preaching and everything, God has also given you the power to do this and that. And you are doing all then you realize that I'm doing this and it's working. Then
now you do it at will.
you do it
Yeah,
at the
like,
time that you want.
Can I come in? With the preaching aspect, I'm talking about that ministers that sing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that before you come to sing, you pray and everything. You want God to move. So right now, okay, you have the voice. I come to sing right now, you be like, okay, I have the voice now. I don't even need to. You just stand up and say, oh, I can. And it's not this key. Give me Y, I can play on it. Give me Z, I can play on it. You fine, the voice is there, but you just know that something is not right. You are singing fine, you have good voice. What's happening there? You've lost the focus. You want people to be, people are come to church to get
So I think-
whatever.
So
they
What
are
you're saying is actually
what
very big.
she and Dia said, I
That's
just
when pride
had
sets
something.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
proud
see,
I can do that.
God gave you the power. You're a preacher man. God has given you the power to heal. It was for a certain period, and it was for someone.
Exactly.
It's done and it's dusted.
No,
like
I
you are
think
done.
But people can't let go.
Yeah,
A
there
lot
is,
of people
and
can't
I
let go.
feel, and
I think the feeling, so the pride, the feeling that comes with
and
it
I
and
feel-
everything, you know,
and I
you
think,
Just call me.
yeah,
it will come.
exactly.
But
And I
the
feel
person
the
is
pride
there.
doesn't really come because like they want it to come. The fact that Ukoyen or yes say Mao, then I can also go. So when they start coming like they're like, me away, they're meeting me away. Then forget that
Yes.
God was the one that gave you
yeah.
There's this book
And you just start,
called I think the church
taking
loves
everything.
the narcissist.
Okay.
Like narcissistic people.
So
like,
people
Yes,
who
yes.
like, yeah.
a lot of
Me.
a lot of
Yeah.
people in the church community, we actually support that a lot. So you end up seeing a lot of like preacher men and pastors being very narcissistic without even knowing. Because church people will be the first people to come to you and say, like you said, yeah, Maui.
Yeah.
So then the person, if the person did it first, right? And this is why sometimes when you read, like when we're reading Matthew and stuff, you realize that sometimes Jesus will do a miracle and tell someone, "Charlie, make you talking, bro." Because people naturally will work your ego.
Yes.
They'll work your ego to the place where like, Charlie, yeah, I'm that guy.
At the
You know,
time, at the time that Jesus told one of them that when you go, don't tell this people, and the person went. You saw the number of people that even came to
Came back,
Jesus.
yes.
You should be
So it
feeling,
will,
yeah.
Exactly.
it will take a certain different kind of personality to
exactly.
resist that kind
Yeah,
of.
so I think one of the
business.
prayers we always forget to pray. God help me to always like remove pride. I always say something. You always think people said when you are poor, that's when you think you're humble.
You're most
Right.
humble.
But when you
You are
you know,
broke.
so always pray that
You
God,
are broke.
even when I'm at that level, let me
Still stay, stay focused
Let
to
me-
your
of
will.
course.
And
stay
that comes
focused to
like
your-
exactly
Of
that comes
course.
with focus because like you made a very like salient point that I like. It was like you were saying that pride when the pride is coming, sometimes it's not from even
Yeah.
within you. It's coming externally.
yeah. That
So if you don't know how to guard your heart,
Yeah, that is
It
where
just
the pride
comes in.
just
You- it will
brings
just
out.
like-
You are
this.
just
I-
assimilating.
yeah,
I
like
know
immediately they
that.
start calling you a certain. This was part of the preaching. He said, if you start to find your identity, right, your definition, and you're calling by the blessing, you've lost focus.
Yeah.
So like some people, like someone who say, I am a pastor. So like the position becomes who he is. He loses himself, his identity in Christ. But like
yes,
his whole
Yeah.
this thing is like
He's a
Charlie, me this. So he can't even live. So if God calls him to, let's say, go and sing, he can't even
find yeah,
that, like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
that it has become his whole identity.
Yeah.
You
You see,
understand?
like as you
So
said,
there's a thin line.
she even said something. So there are certain ministers like singers, right, who are actually pastors, right?
Yeah.
But you see, as you said, the pride. Now, because of the pastoral position, the singing. Do you know the value? Do you know the power of singing? Do you know the power of ministering through songs?
And even
But now they
bro,
tend to
even,
think, say,
even with this
the
one,
sharing of
It's
the
my voice, so I have this voice. I
even
can
with
hit
this,
restaurant.
we
So
are
what?
going like within
So
like
what?
within church talents. Let's step out of this. Sometimes you can have someone who is like a good minister, like can sing, but the person might also be a painter,
Exactly.
an extraordinary painter. Do you understand? But because as a church community, like you say, we feel narcissism. So he sings, "Oh, this is you. That is your calling. Oh, you understand
No,
the point I'm
it's not
making?"
even.
so they
you let
tend
the person.
to.
Let you see the person try and even step out into
Of the-
something
another-
God
yeah,
has called you
say
out
no.
of. Hey,
Go back.
why are you going into this?
You are backsliding.
No, you are backsliding.
This-
A
this-
big man like you.
This actually brings us back to the first
Exactly.
thing that you said, that when God gives you the power to do this, then you move from there, then you start doing this. God is not saying that the painting job that you are doing is. He was the one that gave you that ability to do that painting
Intention
job.
also.
And he was the one that gave you that same ability to sing. So you can focus on the two. Since he has given you the power to do the two of them, you can focus on the two. It is easy.
There's some.
If you listen to third party, fourth party,
There's something
party.
per what she was saying. There's something that I also watched actually from Pastor Femi Lazarus. He said something about abundance, and he said that the strategy to abundance is not miracle. So what people think is that normally, like, you go pray, then God go. Abundance be it be physical job. Oh. It just be God in the open ways give you. Make it come plenty.
Yeah.
Now, she was saying something about you having the ability to paint and sing. If both pays, you are bounded.
Yeah,
Right?
Whether
Yeah.
Exactly. Imagine now God adds artwork to it. So you just don't paint. Now you do
Artistic.
designs and everything. Now if you move from paperwork to digital, maybe if you move from digital to like you, this be abundance at work. This are not like, actually you tend to see God did. That's why God said give and shall be given unto you. President shaking. Running over. Will he cause what people? He said he calls men. So it will be physical. It has nothing to do with who do. It will happen for your eyes. People will come your life
So
inside.
just like
You don't know.
instructions.
See, sometimes they come, you have to sit down and ask yourself, how did this person really come into my life? And you can't really point how the conversation started. How
Exactly. And that's one.
this is you focusing.
Yes.
And God handling the rest for you.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do.
That brings to
Your
us
strength.
a very particular phrase. That's why we always keep telling our audience, join the kingdom. Because Christ said something. If there's anything that you are going to focus on first, seek ye
First the
The
kingdom
kingdom
and
of
all
God.
in its
And
righteousness.
every other
Added,
thing
like, what
will
are
be
you
added
looking
on
for?
to you. And like we are living
Matthew
testimonies of this.
6:33.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, and one thing about focusing on the kingdom is that it humbles you. Being part of something bigger than yourself.
Humbles
Do you
you
understand?
naturally.
And if you're in a kingdom there's carpenters, there's painters, there's preachers,
Everything.
there's so many things. So
Everything.
you don't limit yourself and like idolize or pedestal this one profession, whether it's pastoring or whether it's preaching. You know what we've done? We've done as a church community that we've made certain things look more prestigious
Than others. Exactly.
Like, if you
So
look at
you're
someone like
usher,
Paul's,
you
like
don't see
Paul used to
the-
sew nets
Yeah.
and he used to preach.
You
know what I try to talk?
David B, he they play how?
They
He's
play
not
how.
the shepherd. He's
You
also
understand?
thinking. Like he enjoys
You get the point. If you actually look at most of the successful, but even Jesus himself,
So, yeah,
do you understand?
it's
If you look at some of the most prolific Bible characters we look up to, multifaceted, working in callings in different seasons.
Different.
And each tool you have for a season is different. David's tool when he was in the shepherd's field was different from when he was on the war field, different from when he was in the palace. But he knew how to use all of
I
them.
say for David, David be what exactly you said. Whatever he learned at that shepherd level, what he did at that shepherd level, going after one sheep, getting the sheep out of a lion, helped him get the confidence to conquer Goliath, gave him the opportunity to sit in the kingdom. He did bow. And now today, see,
He said talk today like David's today.
the longest, the entire Bible, the most record, he voice paid, he did the whole of Psalm.
Yeah.
One man.
Imagine
And out of him, Solomon
imagine
came.
a king writing poems. Somebody will be saying,
Thank you.
Why?
Oh, you
Thank
push pardon me.
As he said,
Yeah.
I want to say
prestigious
something.
levels in this thing.
You push pardon. I want to say something. Satan was good at singing.
You call him
He
by
was
his
the
former name.
best.
Lucifer.
Lucifer. Say Lucifer was good at this. I need be good.
Lucifer, why is Satan? He used to be good at singing.
No, when she's looking into the camera like Lucifer is watching.
Yes,
Lucifer, subscribe.
Enjoy the kingdom.
Enjoy the
Join the king Saka so that we'll be at peace. So, Lucifer used to have like a good voice. He was the best singer in heaven, but he wanted to be like God. His focus left where he was. He was focusing on how to sing at first, but he diverted to being like God. How? If he had focused on the fact that he could sing very well and would have been the best. Think about the good things out. Satan.
The same thing. You see,
Pride.
now that's why
Exactly.
Satan started getting. You see, what you lose focus is not sometimes not out of your own will.
Thank you. You just said something.
It's not out of
I
your
think
own.
it's about.
It's the same thing from
What you said is about. When you lose focus, you lose more than focus.
Yeah.
When you lose focus,
You lose-
more than focus.
and that's what happened
See,
to Adam and Eve.
Brad,
They lost so
Brad
much.
lost this thing.
What? Who caused it? You know what
The topic that he gave on this focus thing was the power of focus. Focus has power.
You see, what you are saying, sometimes I like, you see how you're saying it has power. If you look at the flip side of it, like, when you what
It becomes powerless.
it will make
It's even
focus more
To make
on
you
the power.
be, you see when
This is what he
what
said
you
something
lose
here. He
as
said
compared
something
to-
here. He said it has the power to determine if we see ourselves as oppressed or powerless.
It be, of course.
It be true. Okay, but guys, now well, we are talking a lot of deep things. Let's talk about like some practical stuff you can do to focus. So I'm going to give like a scenario. Then you give us like practical stuff you can do to focus. So let's say a relationship.
A relationship.
Like, not
so-
like a romantic relationship. You go down and so on.
or even marriage or anything.
Yeah, let's pick any relationship. Let's say
a father and a son.
a father and son relationship or
Mother
mother
and
and
daughter.
daughter.
I'll
How do you-
take the husband and the wife relationship.
Okay, so yeah,
So
how
there's
would-
something
practical things you can do to keep focus.
Okay.
In
So
such a situation.
there's something Bridget and I were watching prior to, and
Relationship.
Pastor,
yes,
yeah.
and Pastor Femi said something that he said something that
I was going to
focus is the ability to spend more time on one thing, or focus like following one thing,
and
and
become
being
blind
blind
to
others.
other things.
So, for example, the
It's the
relationship.
ability to what?
To open your eyes to one thing
and
and become
and be blind
to
to
other things. So
every-
this is just the thing I'm saying.
So, in terms of
regardless.
what you're saying,
Charlie.
father-mother relationship, daughter, son,
Husband, wife.
especially the husband-wife, where we have issues of cheating and every day cheating. If you can just spend time and open your eyes to that thing, that woman, that
The other women you are
This
saying, whether
thing-
they are more
practical.
beautiful
So
or
what? Use it as your wallpaper. Use
whatever.
it
Then you
God
open your
bless
phone,
you.
you want to see her.
so
like,
yes.
use it as your wallpaper.
maybe use a voice
Use
as
a
your
ringtone.
ringtone.
Yes.
Whatever.
and scream as your alarm.
Yes.
Whatever.
people.
You know.
My
Yes.
Guys, these
people.
are practical stuff.
My
do it.
people.
And
Because-
he also
because-
said something. He said, be mindful of who you say yes to. Can your partner see? You don't just wake up and say, okay, this person is nice, so yes. Is the person also in line like, what word did you use?
in line with the
Oh.
instructions or with the what plan or vision?
Oh, bro, phone.
Was I the one that spoke that
We
English?
all said it.
Okay.
The bro come later.
Mhm.
Like,
What is the line?
discernment.
Please do you remember what the line is?
Discernment,
Put it inside the
discernment,
comment
yes.
section. Want to
Person,
know?
like
The
the
same,
same.
yeah.
So
Ouch,
before
just
you
remembered.
say that thing, before you know this person I'm saying yes, this person might take all your boxes, but
You
God
get
is
me.
telling you that is not the best you're saying. You go back and say, God, I'm asking for myself. You'll come by God and tell you, I told you.
So I like the kind of things we said, right? About, like, for example, because there are certain things that your wife may or your husband may not do for you that you may get it from other people. So what do? You find a way,
Enjoy your eye.
creativity. So I like what you said. You said wallpaper. Use her songs as ring.
Yeah.
Do something. It will help you focus more on her than the other affection you get.
I want to
from-
say something.
from
Our
other people.
cameraman.
He was sleeping. He
I'm
just
focused.
We are we were
That's
trying
why I'm
to
laughing.
like can you
That's where
imagine?
we are talking about the very
Focus,
focus.
Wada.
You don't get
I
to
was focused.
He lost
Alright,
focus.
so
and
say
he
something.
so
Talking about relationship
Yeah.
goals, he was asleep.
So I-
You couldn't spend 1 hour with me.
He couldn't.
I think one of the things that helps with like
I
bonding
think-
a relationship and based
Yeah.
on focus. I've been watching some couple of videos on videos, right, about these relationship goals and one of the things that is like practical that I felt like this is it is the togetherness, doing things. If it's relationship, it's two people involved, right? So there's corner bra, like there's two hands involved, whether it's father son this thing.
Yeah.
Do you know in an African setting, it's not common for parents to send their children on dates.
Well, yeah.
It's not common for
In
father
Ghana,
to send
It's not
maybe
in Ghana,
daughters
Africa.
or children like on dates, talk to them. How is school? Just like outside.
but wait, I think it's not
Outside-
just
outside
Ghana.
school, outside-
The people that I feel that the old people that I feel that when you take their child to a date, they'll react. That is funny and beautiful. It's Nigerians. Charlie.
But so, there are certain things that we should learn to do, and it will help our homes be stronger. You see, this is that thing that they say charity begins at home. Charlie, it be serious matter. And there's something someone said that we've been broken from our homes.
And we keep like passing that energy. You don't want to sit there and do something right. My father was doing this, so me too, I'll do it. Hello.
Exactly. And how we've been brought up and everything.
Hello.
So
That's
in
all
relation
right.
to, as you said, in relation to focus, we should learn to discern. And when we discern, we should learn to obey. Because at that moment when you have been told or you feel or whatever feeling you have that you should put your wife as your this thing, you know, as your
and you feel embarrassed or shy about it. Like,
that be the thing.
Okay, I want to let's move
there's,
to another
I'm coming
segment.
in. There's one thing. Yeah, I'm almost wrapping up. There's one thing in. We have. You see, sometimes there are certain things your spouse may be pissed or angry with you. Then every anger and pain you get was that focus. Hey, focus. Now we are saying something.
My people.
Now you are saying something.
So another scenario.
Yeah.
So we've talked about like relationship and relationships, right? Let's say you need to focus on a job, right? Or work, particular instruction, what in relation to work. What are practical things you can do?
I want to say something.
Okay.
So I do this every time I go to work. Sometimes I forget, but in the course of the day I still do it. When I step into my facility, I pray, God, anybody I'll be working in and I have to take your blood sample or run your sample or do whatever it is, God just direct me. Any patient that will come and bring trouble or whatever, God block the person, let the person not come today. And if I would take, so every time I'm taking somebody's sample, before I take my syringe and everything, I pray in my head, God, even though, okay, you know how to draw blood, the hair, you think you're a pro,
I think
but
I'll
still,
start
God,
doing that.
guide me
The
before I
only
do
thing,
this.
So the
she's
first
right,
one is
because
prayer.
Prayer, yeah,
Prayer.
every
I think
patient.
another
the only
thing
thing that I do, I soak myself in the blood of Jesus. God, Jesus said it's like, hey, babe, I am Bobby cow.
There's another thing to
I
have
have to
learned.
really be guarding my heart to certain things because we are human beings. Anything can happen. So to guard our hearts, we should pray that God should help us guard our hearts, renew our minds, and even pray for people who you'll be surrounded with. Because anything can happen. The devil is ready to attack anybody who is free.
Yeah.
And which that one it will spoil your focus.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I think another point is writing stuff down. So like this is something that most people take
like
for
jotting
granted.
to-do list or like
writing,
plans or
writing in various forms.
yeah.
Because one thing I've realized, which is like an atomic habit, is very powerful. Is once you write stuff down, it brings clarity. Do you understand? In the sense of work set. If you have something to do and it seems confusing, it seems like large. Sometimes it seems large. Just writing it down
Becomes smaller.
These are the things it becomes less complex and can focus on them in bit by bit. The thing is that this thing that we have here, sometimes you feel like you can keep everything there.
No.
And this thing that we have
Can
here,
I forget?
sometimes yes, we feel like we can keep everything there. But the truth is that capacity is limited. If it's not for so, like God, the Bible says, you don't go make the error. Because people will just go keep on.
Yes.
You understand? However, writing things, and sometimes the Bible itself, sometimes you've read that scripture, but
There's one
you
thing.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
No,
even in work, it helps. Write stuff down. Do you understand? And try and read over it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Once you write it down, it brings clarity
It works.
and it works. Yes,
It
stuff
works.
you're able to focus more.
Oh yes, it's
Right.
true. It's true. And yeah, as you said, sometimes when you write certain things down, it makes the thing more smaller.
Yeah.
Then there's this small work etiquette that we do: punctuality, honesty, submissive. All these things are certain characters and attitude you can portray that can link you to blessings. So this brings us to the end of our episode. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you learned a lot.
I had fun.
I
hope
enjoyed myself.
in this year
This
we are
will
going to be
be a good
focused
year.
on
I can
everything.
feel it.
We are going to be focused
This
on
year,
our jobs,
dear.
our
You people should think
our
about
work
it too.
with
Raining
God.
in January.
It's a different.
Fruitfulness.
January.
So
It's I friend January.
Obeware.
Hey,
Okay.
January. Yeah, well.
I would like you to sign us out
Relationship.
from this video.
Hi guys,
this sermon
so
edition.
you've joined Weekend with the Squad, and we hope you learned something today. We hope you enjoyed, you laughed, and you share with someone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the kingdom. Most importantly, it's
Focus. Don't lose
focus. We out.
Yeah. Bye.